Unlimited Deluxos? Wow. Sam, with 15 billion, son, you could buy everything in the game a few times. Maybe a couple of arena, maybe a few arena vehicles, I guess, with 15 billion. But I stay on PC, man, steadily. All right, where we at? Where we at? If you're on a console right now and you don't have a few $1 billion, if you're on a PlayStation 4 and you don't have a few $1 billion, you have missed the boat. Because let me tell you, Officer Crouch 3. Okay, sweet. This is the Toro. This is the Lamborghini SUV. We're gonna try it out. I'm gonna buy it. Now I own most of the other vehicles. If anybody wants to see me drive any, I'm gonna bring out this Lamborghini, the yellow, because I'm wearing the gold. Hold on. Yo, you at my clubhouse? You coming to my clubhouse? I mean my club. Not my clubhouse. I'm gonna invite you. Hello, welcome to the stream. Let me make sure we're good here. Alright, let me know if the mic volume's too loud. Check your invite. Come on in. And then drive this yellow one if you want. The yellow and red. Alright, yep. You know, I haven't seen one of these or even a picture of one of these in so long that I don't know if this looks. It's pretty. I mean, from what I remember, this is pretty damn close. To get the speed bonus, I think you have to have the top wing, tail wing or whatever. And the top one is the large back wing, and then this thing on the front, which is hilarious. Maybe that's what they added to make sure that it's not the exact fucking thing. Because the wing makes no sense. It's like him sitting in front of the headlights. It's freaking hilarious. Let's go to Office Garage. Oh, these guys will probably blow me up immediately. I went to Office Garage 3. Oh, they didn't kill me. That's cool. They're delivering their own shit. Yeah, they were in the turn lane, I know. You know what? Fuck this. I don't need that map. I know where to go. Just look at this map. No, I'm kidding. Pole. Fuck you. You damn traffic signal. I don't want people to know whether they should go across this intersection or not. Because that's what I do. What's up, Marzipan? Holy crap. What's going on? Get in here. Infinite loading screen. Marzipan Plays, how are you doing, man? I hope you're having a good night or day, depending on where you live. It's definitely the evening here, and a beautiful one at that. There she is. This thing's... I'm not an SUV. I really don't like this style of vehicle. Like Cadillac, which was what I mainly own. They went to that egg. Looks like an egg. Hold on. Congratulations. How big was it? If you say it was like, 12 inches or something. I'm kidding. I know it's going to be huge. Bass, I mean, people tell me we go fishing for this, fishing for that. Me, I'm just putting a hook in the water most of the time. But people will tell me, well, they like minnows, or they like liver, or they like worms,
What are we doing today?
Or you got to use a spinner bait, or not a bait, but a spinner, fake, You know, spinner lure.
Rather safe than sorry, I guess.
You listen to me. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about at all. The reason why I do really enjoy it though, but I'm not like 9 pounds.
Your
Wow, that's.
cosmetics are on point.
Did you cook it, or is that, or that's Jesus? That's a. Congratulations on that. That is huge.
Baby's all grown up.
I definitely. Okay, so let me ask you, how long did it take you to reel it in? You're talking about 9 pounds. That's probably a hell of a fight, right? Bass put up a pretty big fight, don't they? Especially that big. You probably pulled a few hooks out of that motherfucker when you were cleaning them.
Bubbles or something?
And then also, gotta tell me where you, like, not at the exact location, but at least what state. If you're still Florida, that's pretty badass. You don't eat bass, so it's saltwater bass. You won't eat a saltwater bass, or is it a freshwater, or is it a brackish water fish? That's beautiful. Those are like the best. See, if that would have happened to me, I would have literally caught that one fish.
No rush at all.
Okay, that's sweet. Yeah, I mean because what you were probably looking for something bigger than 9 pound bass. Not that it's bad that you caught it, even though you don't eat them, but you still murdered that thing. Not murdered it, but you know, murdered the experience, meaning you killed it, you took it in. It's pretty sweet.
Whatever you desire.
But me, that would have been the entire trip for me. Yeah, okay, I get it. You mainly stick with the tuna or you know, like the fish that everybody loves.
Life is hard when you can have anything.
Red snapper. That's cool. It seems like that would be the
Girl is looking good.
way to go for sure. Oh, gotta put this screw on. Are you kidding me?
Looks almost as good as you.
I have a couple of rods of different lengths. Dude, you were in your friend's yard and caught it. The biggest bass ever. I bet you're not gonna forget about that. Remember that time in my yard?
If you can think it, I can do
He's like, yeah, 9 pound bass, you know, in my yard. Most people are like, oh yeah, I pulled some weeds out of my front yard the other day. This motherfucker's like, I pulled a 9 pound bass out of my yard the other day.
How many cars you got in this garage again?
It's like that, yeah. You know how we do it here in Florida or wherever, if I remember correctly. Bad memory. Like even half the stories I tell, probably not even true. I just don't remember anymore. Just make the shit up as I go. This is it. You'll probably see another vehicle that same color. Let's see if we can put gold on it. Ratio. Yeah, I like that. But let's see if we can go. Maybe here we go. We're gonna go this direction. Mariner blue. Yeah.
Bodywork to match the driver.
That's awesome. And one other thing. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you checking me out tonight. That's sweet, man. I mean, seriously. Congratulations on
You've got an eye for this stuff.
nailing that bass. What else did you catch other than the record? So I made it chrome. Okay, what did I agree to turn chrome? That's cool. That'll be right. Trim color. So the new cards you can trim color, but why isn't the trim color changing? What are we? Green? Let's get green and grace red. Fuck it.
Your cosmetics are on point.
Weird. Roof.
Girl is looking good.
Good lord.
Looks almost
This
as good
fool's
as you.
fucking yard is off the chain. And I hate to use outdated lingo, but this, what the hell? Where does this dude, hell does he live? This dude wakes up in the morning, probably don't even get a cup of coffee. He's got a fucking pole in the water, pulling out bluegills, bass, probably catfish. Probably has to fucking pull alligators out of there every once in a while or some shit. SUV? Is this really an SUV?
Do you need a drink? Bubbles or something?
No. Maybe. That looks alright.
That what you were looking for?
That's wild, man. That's really wild. What do you expect, though, you know? That guy has no idea how blessed he is pulling out. At any given moment, any given moment, he's just like, McDonald's? No, pull in the water. What? Hell yeah. I mean, you're not going to eat that bass, but still, I mean, if you had to. This thing should be pretty damn
Making
sweet
decisions is stressful.
after this one. So it's light, red, and green with the, I think we can swing that.
I'm always good.
So how long did this take? So it's 5 bass, 2 bluegill. Is that it? I mean, that would be like a year of fishing for me, literally. Or it would be like I catch 20 something fish in one trip. Every other trip that year, nothing. I catch nothing. That's basically how life for me fishing is set up. And then people around me pulling out like monsters. I'll never forget this one time we went fishing. It was at a, I guess a dam. Pretty good spots to catch fish, you know. I guess the tumbling water like disorients them or some shit. I don't know, but we're there, and again, me and my father, a great guy, fishing, and of course, ain't catching dick, ain't catching nothing, losing bait like crazy. You know, I'm young, so I don't really understand the whole. I don't really understand the entire what I need to do to catch a fish. So I'm sure they're biting, but I'm just not feeling it. Or you know how it is. Sometimes it's real light. Look to the left. There's a lady sitting in a lawn chair. Huge lady. Lawn chair is buckling. I mean, there's no doubt about it. probably 3 seams deep, 3 seams cut open, ready to flop. But she's pulling in. I mean, I'm not saying 9-pound bass or anything like that, or fucking 14 pounds. No, they were huge. They were catfish though. These were monsters. Just whipping them up there. And Dad and we're not getting none of this action. Probably fishing the wrong distance. You know, you have to have your lead. I guess in running water, you need a leader and a weight or something. I just have no fucking idea. And that's the issue that I have because I haven't studied it. You know. Look to the right. Another dude. This is a dude, not a big chick. He's whipping him. He's a Hispanic dude. He's just whipping out fish left and right. Now, I wasn't really expecting to eat fish from this place because, you know, a lot of times some of those dams are coming from, like, drainage ditch, you know, so it's like, well, any fish that lives basically waste product from nasty ass people, and you're gonna fish right there, like, well, probably not. I'm sure it tastes great, but no thank you. So this thing isn't too bad. Oh shit. Let me get back on the right side of the road. Try to. Yeah. So your grandpa, he likes bass, huh? He's in the old school way of cooking, like, if we caught it, we ate it. That's my old man voice. Probably not, but he's over there. You catch it, you eat it. I don't give a fuck squirrel. I don't give a fuck if it's raccoon in the garbage. I don't give a good goddamn. If there's a duck chilling in my yard on my big ass fucking pond, I don't give a shit what it is. We kill it, we eat it. So he's the bass guy. To me, I guess I would judge a fish that I caught as edible depending on how easy it is to clean it. Because, man, you have a great fishing day of, let's say, 10 each or something, which is amazing. And you're stuck cleaning all the goddamn fish. That's why, like Galveston, these fools just, what do you want? You get off that boat and there's like 6 guys, there's 6 butchers there waiting, like, get in line, here's your number, whatever. And they just cut that shit up for you right away, right then and there. Pay them a grip. And then you gotta keep an eye on your fish too, on your hook. That was just, that's one thing where I was prepared for everything. I was prepared for the long trip, because it was a 12-hour trip we went on the last one. Even though I'd gotten completely and utterly wasted, drank a whole bottle of Ciroc, I think, or what was I drinking? Vodka, some kind of vodka. We went down to Galveston. It tastes like shit. I remember hunting camp. Oh, you went to hunting camp? Fuck yeah, dude. How old were you at hunting camp? That's hilarious. It's a hilarious story. See? I'm that kind of father too, though. I am that kind of father, where it's like, because I was always that kind of, that's what I was taught. My parents forced me to eat the most disgusting food. For me, it was disgusting. I hated it, but it was on my plate. I had to eat it. They forced me sometimes, and I was just like, no. Look, I'll eat a can. Like my mom would buy cans of spinach. I'll eat that shit before we even get home. If there's a can opener in the car, I eat that whole can of spinach. And not just because Popeye was, the popular whatever the hell. Even though it was a pretty popular movie when I was younger. Yeah, I think it came out before I was born. But anyways, I loved it. Just the way it had a certain texture and a certain taste. Nice. Yeah, that's a good time to go to hunting camp. Not a good time to go to church camp. I'm kidding. I'm joking. But from my point of view, if my kids are ever in any of that shit, I'm going to be the chaperone, the volunteer. Because ain't nobody going to be around my kid's ass. That's for goddamn sure. I don't even care if my kid wants it. Like, bitch, you don't know what you want yet. You don't know what you want yet. You'll figure it out. But that ain't happening till you're of age and actually figure it out. Anyways, okay, so, but yeah, that's pretty sweet, man. Honey camp at 8, that's badass. What were you guys, y'all were actually out there shooting, like hunting, like deer type shit and birds and stuff? $1,000, you cheap fucking dude. Okay. Or were you guys like stalking and hunting, or hunting with dogs, or learning to, you just called it camp, but it was just your dad getting drunk and you guys out there fucking around guns and trying to kill everything you see? Yeah, okay, that's what I you're just like, you and your cousin sneak off with the guns. Dad, it's because it's getting dark, Dad's like, hey, don't run too far. See, I don't even know if y'all probably do a fire, because you call it camp, so it might as well be a campfire, even though they're kind of, you don't really need them anymore, but still. And you're just like, we won't, Dad. All right, grab the shotgun. Fuck the 22. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. or you got bow and arrow out there? You're out there with a bow? No, probably not a bow, right? Maybe not even a crossbow, even though that'd be my weapon of choice now, because I've seen some badass crossbows. I mean, is it lazy bow? Yeah, it is, but yeah, it's true. I probably would have a compound bow first, especially if I was running around like just trying to knock shit off, looking for animals to kill. Y'all were getting drunk too at 8 years old. I would definitely. I mean, I'm assuming that. I mean, but hell yeah. Of course, my parents didn't condone my drinking, but I just didn't do it in front of them. I mean, that's the bottom line. As young as I was, and I got to say it was dumb. It was really dumb for me to do because, well, for me, I never got in trouble. That's how smart I was. I never got in big trouble, even though I got sick quite a few times like an idiot, and that was just me being a dumb young kid. But I never got in trouble with the law, and I swear to God, I would be sitting there in the middle of a shitstorm, and they let me go. All my black friends probably still in jail to this day. Nah, I'm just kidding. Okay. I didn't have any black friends. Kidding again, but no, they all of my friends would get tickets. Mom called. I'm like, bitch, good luck getting a hold of my mom. She's sleeping, and if you wake her up, you're gonna be in trouble, not me. Watch. So I'd always give them a fake number, and they couldn't, or give them my friend Chad's phone number, some shit like that. Maybe my girlfriend's phone number, but no, I never got. I mean, Well, moms aren't supposed to be cool with that kind of stuff, you know. I mean, let's face it. They're women. You know what I mean? Women don't like anything men do. They just put up with it and tolerate it for so long. They do not enjoy it. There's some do. My girlfriend, I don't know, she's on a different level. But the no, they don't. I attract crazy people. I'll just put it to you like that. But no, I mean, I wouldn't. If I was out there drinking a beer, you know, whatever. First of all, my kids hate it, so maybe they like it now. I don't know. What was that laugh? If you like it, let's pour it up now. No school. No, I'm kidding. Um, we pop bottles here at this crib. No, but no way. Right now, no way. I wouldn't condone it. I wouldn't share it with them. I wouldn't. You don't see me doing it. I mean, I do it occasionally, but they don't see me drinking alcohol. It's just the way I feel it needs to be. You know, I'm not a social drinker anymore, especially if my kids are. First of all, I've gained a lot of weight, so I just don't see any benefit. Now, if they wanted to, and they're like, "Hey, you know, blah blah," you know, I would definitely, at that point in time, I would, you know, maybe something small. Oh, so you're talking about moonshine? Yeah, oh, that's some good stuff, man. I'll tell you, when I would go to, when I would go to, um, Georgia, I would, Georgia. What the hell am I trying to say? Sorry, I was in the middle of this. When I would go to Shreveport, Louisiana, and visit a good friend of mine's father, who um, ended up being one of my best friends. Um, he had he always had some moonshine. Matter of fact, he gave me some cinnamon apple. What? Okay, so they do a trail ride once a year, a big one in Shreveport. It's like Bossier City, that area. I think Bossier City is Shreveport. I don't know the geographics of that area, but because I was on MapQuest the entire time up there and fucking still almost drove into the goddamn lake. Anyways, um, he had some really good friends of him from back in the restaurant days when he owned a restaurant bar, um, from Florida. They came up from Florida and they brought some fire. That stuff tastes like shit. I mean, it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be a drink like any normal type of thing you would ever put inside your body. It's meant to be taken sip and taken slow and chill. Have some fire with you. I don't want to talk much more about alcohol and drugs, but you know, that's pretty sweet though. I mean, oh no, my kids wouldn't want that, and they sure as hell they don't like the smell, the taste. Unlike me, I loved the taste of it back then. I loved the taste of beer. I didn't like the way she watched me flip on the bike. Hell yeah. So you take a few sips. Oh yeah. Take a few sips or whatever. Grab the grab the 410 gauge. Leave the 22 with pops. Head out to the woods solo or with your cousin or your friend. Looking for canaries and turtles and let me see a frog. Let me see let me see a any motherfucker move in this here forest is going to get it today. They're gonna evaporate with this shotgun blast. Because when you're a kid, it's like nobody move, nobody get hurt. But I'll even search for you. I'll send my cousin into the wood, into the bushes. All right, if it cut anything to come out, I'm gonna shoot it. Get in there, get in there, get after it. This is the reason why my parents never bought me guns as a young kid, but I would carry knives and then fashion. That's all you gotta do is carry a knife. You know, I teach my son that. They always have a knife on you because if you ever get into a situation, you know, let's say you're playing video games and you get lost in the woods, how, you know, what is the first thing you should do? Well, depending on how, the threat level of, you know, depending on where you are, you find a big stick and fashion it into a spear using your knife. Yeah. Yeah. It's like that South Park episode. I don't know if you watch South Park. I don't watch it anymore. I probably should more than ever. But back in the not I can't say early days, but maybe before season 10, somewhere in that 1 to 10 or something. Maybe it is early. Where Ned and is it Uncle Jim? Goddamn, I can't remember the name. But Ned, the guy with the voice box. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's about the same with my son. I bought him. It was a hunting episode. I bought him a Browning 1911's 22 caliber with the threaded barrel, and he also has a Smith and Wesson 22 caliber AR, and got it from Academy for like I think 250. It was on special, or I don't know if that's special or not, but the yeah, he's got that. So yeah, but not for hunting. You know, possibly for hunting, but you're not gonna hunt with the 20. I wouldn't let him hunt with a 22. Not unless it was, I don't know, pigeon or, you know, something super small. But my kids really aren't. Maybe my son a little bit, but they're not into killing animals. They prefer just to torture them. No, I'm kidding. They they love animals. So do I, and I don't mind killing to eat or killing to hunt or just killing just to kill because that's whatever. But I prefer not to. You know, I prefer to just let everything live. If I'm hungry, yeah, I'm gonna kill it. Obviously, I'm gonna eat. So I don't give a fuck about all that. And if I happen to kill all of my animals, you know, whatever, it is what it is. But I'd rather just live and let live. That's just me. Until it's time to eat, then and then everything dies. Then when I'm full, okay, everything lives. Then when I'm hungry again, everything dies. Yeah. So That's pretty cool. So you're out hunting, and of course, you know, you can't really take an AR. You know, I guess they probably wouldn't really let you look. So you 8, I don't know how old you are now, but if I think about this, you really don't wander off from the actual area, the camping area. Probably wouldn't be such a good idea. Secondly, where the hell am I even going? Secondly, they don't let you walk around and hunt anyways. You have to get up in a stand probably, right? Be elevated. Oh yeah, coyotes are everywhere. Hogs everywhere. Did you ever eat any of that stuff, like coyote or wild hog? Wild hog doesn't seem. It's. I've had some. But the same person, rest in peace, that I knew in Shreveport, we do the trail rides with the moonshine, blah blah. He would always cook a big ass hog and give me a piece, and I'm like, yeah, thanks a lot, but I'm not about to get down on it. Tastes great, but I'm good. I'm just. Oh, that's cool. So you guys are all in on a lease. I'm sure it's beautiful out there. Possibly better weather than in here in Texas. Yeah, I get that. I mean, maybe that was my experience with it too. I don't know. It just depends on how you prepare it, right? But I sure as hell would not eat. Not eating no damn hog. Screw that.
You know what's easier than robbing a bank? Robbing bank robbers. And as luck would have it,
Why?
there's
I
a
mean,
211 on the police scanner, so
why do
you're
you?
in business.
Why would
You're plugged
people?
into the traffic camera network. Check
I
through the
guess
cameras and try to find this robbery.
factory farming they test the animals for parasites, but out there in the wild, especially something like a hog
That's
or
it. Looks like
that
some cops
eats
have responded to the call. I can
anything.
patch you into the...
Anything that's, I don't know if they eat rotten foods,
Okay, these guys look like professionals.
but
Military-grade
still,
weapons, tactical training. But then again, they don't have...
even if they aren't like exact meat eaters, you know they got parasites
Or
and
you'll be fighting on all fronts.
yeah. It the way Rosie cooked it, it was great. He knew what to do. We actually at my bar for the grand opening, we had a roasted hog as well. We actually roasted that ourselves. It was awesome. It's on the website and everything. I mean, the Facebook page. It's awesome. I didn't have any of it though because I was busy working. But yeah, it was. People love it. Me, I'm good. I prefer just the standard bacon. I don't even eat pork chops. I don't know that. I eat bacon. That's it. Probably the worst part of the pig. And then I eat steak, of course.
Okay, so that is a mini gun. Take it out quick and try not to get shot into chunks. Full credit to you doing this on your own, by the way. But this would be a hell of a lot easier if you had a bigger crew. Even a couple of hundred recruits makes a difference.
All right, he's dead. Okay, good.
Oh my god!
Shut up, lady, or you're next.
Okay, I've got a client who'll take this off our hands, as long as the cops are out of the picture. Lose them and drop it off.
But you ate it. I mean, you know.
Watch
But
yourself. We're visible to the competition.
I don't know where I got this rule of thumb at. Ooh, the general rule. Maybe from a podcast I'd heard. But basically, it is a general rule of thumb is to only eat herbivores. Don't eat meat eaters, because a lot of times those meat eaters are eating meat that's crawling. It could be old and disgusting and crawling with parasites. Whereas most herbivores, they will get parasites if they're attacked. But they typically, you know, they can from various other reasons, but they typically have a lot less potential. They have like trichinosis, or what, maybe I'm wrong with that. Whatever the hell it's called. A disease you can get from eating bear. Parasite. But yeah, it didn't taste too bad. Didn't have the experience like you did. It was great. This guy knew what he was doing. Oh shit, what? You bastard. Wow. That's a long way to go. Fish. Well, fish eat other fish. That's just the way of the ocean. It's the way of the world, but not for everything. Because like really big elk, they don't eat deer, you know. Well, they don't cohabitate with deer mostly. Most of the time, elk are mainly further north. But yeah, fish just eat other fish. That's basically how that works. If I'm bigger than you, then you are my food. So there's no getting around it. And fish could have hella parasites as well. That's why you should always freeze it before cooking and serving it. Because typically the freezing portion will kill parasites, and then obviously a lot of times you have to cook the fish in order to kill their eggs, but you'll typically pass parasite eggs. Depending on their structure, much faster than the actual living being that can attach itself to your intestine or whatever the hell it's going to do. Yeah, that's true too. They're horrible. Dolphin taste amazing. I'm just kidding. Can't say that I haven't eaten Star-Kissed tuna, which they say that's like 33% dolphin or something like that. Again, kidding, joke, but who knows? There's some kind of percentage. The way they fish for that shit, it's crazy. But I eat it. I'm a sushi fan. I would be a pescatarian if I, thought about the preparation of the fish, and it's not just like a breaded fish stick or something. That's why you eat children. Nice. Hey man, more power to you. It's crazy what they do to children around the world. And you never know what your next door neighbor's doing to his kids. And getting away with it. That's the one thing that man, kids don't speak up. So this motherfucker does it to everyone that he meets. Because he knows none of them are going to say shit. I mean, eating them, you know, you just basically dispose of the evidence. But it's craziness. Get off this shit. Come on the ground, bitches.
Help me, Jesus! Get your ass out of here! Go get fucked! Woo, yeah! Screw you!
Jeez.
This is a clinic. We got one hurt bad. You bleeding asshole!
Mahi are considered dolphin? Okay. I didn't know that. So so Mahi are considered dolphin. They're just a type of dolphin. Probably not as smart as a dolphin. Or are they? Are they pretty damn smart? And we're just farm raising them hoes? And just call it a different name so people don't realize that it's dolphin? Is that how that's going? It doesn't quite seem like it's very cool, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's what was going on. Yeah, they didn't like me getting my supplies back. This game, the dialogue alone. I would love to have been the guy that recorded the voice acting for most of this stuff. And I would have written so much worse. Or actually, correction, my friend, a good friend of mine, Chad Miller, he could have written some really good really good script for these guys. Oh, okay. That does make sense that they eat a lot. But yeah, that's it. That's the way it is. I mean, you live in the ocean. I mean, I guess don't eat the spiny stuff. Would be like if you were like a big fish. First of all, how'd you get that big? Well, you were born from a tiny little fucking egg. A tiny egg, you know? And you grow to be as that huge. So you gotta survive so many years. Or whatever it is. You gotta survive all that time to get that big. And there's things that you're fully grown that are 3 times bigger than you are. And then you get that big and you're a beast. So hell yeah, you're gonna eat everything around you. Oh, I'm gonna kill this fucks. He's on a motorcycle.
Fucking savage!
Seriously? Oh my god. What the? They made this. If you can't tell,
Hell, that
they made the costumes free. Rockstar made the alien costumes free. Where the hell are these guys? They're not on my yacht. What the hell are they doing? Noah Epic Gamer. Big Slime. And then I'm sure that guy's just... Shout out to these guys. I'm sure that guy just using his name. Big shout outs to Big Slime, Noah Epic Gamer, Jensen Jenkins. I'm full of bullet holes. So I'm not really. I love eating fish, but I'm the go to the restaurant type fish eater. Check this out. My first experience ever with eating a real fish. Okay. Now I was young. I was probably from 5 to 8 years old. Has to be at least 5 years old, but who fucking knows? But anyways, okay, so I'm used to eating the school lunch, and they had fish sticks. You know, fish sticks are like breaded, processed fish parts that are breaded and fried, and you know, you serve with some ketchup or some bullshit. You know, white kids eat ketchup or whatever on everything. Anyways, I was a mustard guy, so mustard, right? No mayo for me. That's what I'm used to. So we're down in a city called Freeport, visiting parents, visiting friends. They did some fishing. We were gonna eat some fish that evening. They fished all day. We were gonna eat some fish that evening. They prepare the fish. It's not breaded, but you know, whatever. They cook it. I get this piece of fish, and I'm starving because you know when you're visiting people and they eat on the schedule, you don't want to be rude and be like, dude, if you're starving to death, you don't want to be rude and be like, what's in the pantry, dude? I know dinner's in an hour. I'm starving to death. You know what do we got? So I waited like a respectful starving kid. Dinner wasn't until 9 or 8 or some kind of bullshit, you know, whatever. So, no big deal. But I'm starving to fucking death. So when I finally get this piece, did that shit? When I finally get this piece of fish in front of me,
Jeez.
I
Shit.
I take a big piece, stick it in my mouth, take one big chew, and all I hear and feel is like crackling, and I'm choking like all these bones were still in the fish, and nobody told me that they left them in. I mean, I know fish have bones. Even at that age, I'm like, come on. Just understand, I was not used to eating fish that hadn't the bone, you know, deboned. It's not a fucking chicken, but you know, the fish with the bones removed. I was not accustomed to that. So I'm choking and gagging and never didn't try to eat fish, regular fish again until I was like 16, 17 years old. Or however much longer. Unless it was in fish stick form, and this is glitched. I'm gonna hop off, guys. Thanks for tuning in the stream early tonight. Once again, I appreciate it. Shout out to Marzipan. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm giving a shout out to somebody who's probably the only viewer on the channel right now. Hilarious. Anyways, thanks again.